it's only right that we got a future star in the NBA on the way, on the pod, and bless Podcast P family. Hey, this person right here is a little bro of mine, extremely talented. And like I said, he's going to be a special talent to come in the NBA. Welcome to Podcast P, the number one player in the nation, AJ Dybantsa.
Appreciate y'all having me. Appreciate y'all having me.
Yes, sir, little bro.
Give it up for AJ.
What's up, kid?
We little bro to him.
You old little bro.
You feel me? I'll be there. You know, AJ about to take over. Shit.
Jackie and Uncle. Let's keep it a buck. He's an uncle.
I like that. I
heard your birthday's in like 2 days.
No, it's tomorrow, AJ. It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. You turning Jerry West?
AJ, can I ask you one thing? Watch this. Have you ever seen a 43 look like this, though? They don't make them like this. That's all I'm saying. See what I'm saying? All healthy and chocolate up. That's all I'm saying, man. So you already know what it is. Shit. That's all.
You funny. Where you at, AJ? Look like you in the classroom, big dog.
Yeah, I'm at school. I'm in Utah Prep. Came from class. I had a little workout.
He just come out the sauna or something. Got the towel on him.
No, I just had a little workout. Gotta get your
work out. We grinding, bro.
Come on,
we grinding. You feel me? Hey, but listen, let's jump right into this. We don't want to take up too much of your time. Drew League, we all know, is a staple of the LA community. We've seen so many great players on that stage and that court and platform. Just show love to the city. You played at 16 and won MVP against grown men, which is very impressive. What was the backstory behind playing in the Drew League last year?
I mean, it was a crazy experience. I mean, you get offered to play in the Drew League. Like, yo, you want to play in the Drew League? I'm not about to say no.
Right.
So, I mean, I went in there and played before the game. Like, I was mic'd up during the game. So, I mean, if you go watch that, you'll hear like, yo, like, I mean, I got to come kill.
Yeah.
And I was, I hit my first bucket. I was like, it's over. Like, I'm about to get crazy. Like, my first bucket was like a dunk. I was like, yeah, it's over. So, I mean, grown men, like, I'm not really worried about the age gap no more. I mean, I've been playing up all my life. So, I mean, if I'm trying to get to the NBA, I'm like playing against, LeBron's about to be 40. I mean, age gap not going to really matter. I just, it's just more physical. That's why I really learned about it. But, I mean, just getting stronger. But, I mean, I came out, I played my game, and, I got 20 points, won MVP, and it was a great feeling.
How many other, pro-ams have you played in?
That was the only pro-am, but I've played in NBA runs.
Anything you took away from it? Was you like, dang, like these LA dudes, like some of these LA dudes is nice? Or was man, this is light?
Nah, it wasn't light. It wasn't light. But, I mean, you play against some pros that, aren't all-stars, and you're like, yo, the NBA is hard. Even guys that's not even in the rotation, playing major minutes are still bucket getters. They're still playing defense. Right. So, I mean, you just can't take that for granted.
And also, this summer, you had an amazing summer, bro. This summer, you won a gold medal with the FIBA 17U in Turkey. Congrats to that.
Appreciate it. Back to back.
Back to back. Two times.
He had the clown.
Two times.
Do it again.
2 times. He 2 golds.
2 golds.
What was that experience like?
Bro, USA is just a blessing. I mean, everybody want to represent their country. So, I mean, me making it last year was I was a little nervous. I'm like, I gotta make 1 of 12. I gotta be one of the best 12 here. And then coming back, I was kind of not a veteran, but I knew the standards. So, I mean, I did that again this year, and this year was in Turkey. So we played the World Cup. A little harder competition, but I mean, our group of guys was so locked in. We was playing together. We was unselfish, and we ended up we broke a couple records. So
now you got a chance front and center to see some of the talent that we might not have heard about or we might not have seen, playing over there and playing some of the 17U kids over there. Is there anybody that wowed you? Oh man, this dude is going to be pretty good.
There was a couple guys from different countries. That's what I really learned about overseas guys. The way they slow that game down is crazy. USA, you want to play fast. So that's how we really won by playing fast. But then coming off them ball screens, you better come off that ball screen right before he going to hit you with a no-look pass.
Right.
He going to hit you with a skip pass. So there's a lot of guys from the France team, a lot of guys from the Italy team that was really showing up.
Yeah. Yeah. You talk about the fundamentals, man. It's a reason why Luka came over here and just splashed and made noise immediately, just because of how advanced it is for those guys to pick the game up. I do want to talk about 2028 Olympics will be here in LA. You have is that a marker on your checklist or a goal on your check box that you want to check off being on that team?
Yes. No question. Like,
Yeah.
I say do it. I
won 2 gold medals. I'm probably gonna play again next year for U19s. Hopefully win 3. I mean, those are gold medals, but you want to feel that real gold. So hopefully I'll be 2 years in the league, and then hopefully just winning a gold medal, that'll just be like amazing. That'll just really start the career off.
I think it only makes sense, right? From where your trajectory is and where you're headed. You'll definitely be in the league by then. You'll probably be a franchise player, corner piece by then. It's only right Grant Hill partners with you in this and growing USA basketball and taking it to a next level, starting with you, whoever else the young guys is in the league. But I think definitely you got to be a part of that.
I want to be. I told people too. I was like, I don't care if I'm the last dude on the bench. I need me a gold. I do not care. I'll clap.
Yeah.
So,
so you're Jason Tatum it?
I'll do it. I'll do it. And he handled it well. So.
He handled it. Hey, big shout out to JT, man. I know that is tough, bro. I know that is tough. I wasn't making a joke about him, but more so what he had to persevere through, because that is very tough. And I don't think he gets enough credit for how he professionally handled that.
After just winning a championship.
After just winning the chip, being the face of 2K, face of a magazine. Like, I'm up, bro. Like, stop hating on me.
In a reality show, everything.
And then it was crazy. He was the only all-NBA, like first team all-NBA nod, I think, too. And he still didn't, like.
Yeah. Imagine winning finals MVP. That might even be crazier than the Tatum thing.
What we talking about?
That might even be crazier. But AJ, we recently saw a photo or a picture. I think there was a video too of you working out with PG this summer. But last year was actually your first experience of working alongside P. And I just want to know what that initial workout with P was like and the experience for you.
Me, I'm a big film guy. So I watch a lot of film on a lot of different players that I think I could take, parts of their game from. And, Paul George is just one of them. So me being able to work out with him, I was really seeing because he plays my position. So I'm learning from one of the best in my position of all time. And I really get to see how he works out, what he works on. So and I'm going to say it, my warm-up routine, I stole some of the stuff from that workout. So, it's just stuff like that, just learning how to get lower, learning how to play with more pace, learning advantages while being tall was just great. And then this past summer at Peace Jam, we worked out, me, him, and Kyan. We worked out at the Peace Jam, and it was just more the same. He's seen our improvement, but we're still, critiquing little stuff that was wrong.
So with that said, AJ, you done played with, of course, PG, LeBron, not to mention even KD, CP, of course. I just want to know, how would you describe the difference in each workout from the iconic players you've trained with?
There's a lot of differences, because you have guys like Chris Paul, who's not a 6'9", tall, athletic, I'm gonna just rise over you. He manipulates the game in so many different ways, which I learned. He's talking about he's setting the screen, or no, the other dude's setting the screen, and he's telling the offensive player, he's telling the defensive player to switch. He's talking about, you got to know your guy's voice. He's dribbling the ball so hard, he's not losing the ball. But then you guys like LeBron, who does a little bit of everything in his workouts. And then you have guys like KD that's simplifying his workouts. I'm just going to work on 2 dribble pull-ups for the whole time because I'm 7 foot. I'm going to just rise up over you. I don't got to do too many moves. But I like taking a lot from different people's game.
So your most comparison person is PG, you say?
Yeah, I get a lot of Paul George, and I got a lot of T-Mac now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, that's PG's favorite player.
I got a lot of T-Mac now. So me and my trainer actually watched some Orlando T-Mac film, and they can see the little bounce in the step.
Yeah.
Can I ask you one more thing? Did any of them players that you played up against, from Bron, KD, and you, PG, did they learn anything from you? You think?
Nah.
Nah. They. Nah. I don't play like them, and we don't. You know what I mean? Bron got his own set way of playing. Everybody got their own set way of playing.
Yeah, everybody has their own play style.
Yeah.
They might play the same position, but different skills. LeBron's going to be the biggest out of this 3.
Mm-hmm.
Paul's going to be the most elusive out of the 3. It's just different play styles.
P, I want to know, have you guys, you've worked out twice with each other, it sounds like. One time this year, one time last year. Did you Pete, did you get to guard AJ in any of these runs? I know you've had several opportunities over the last several years where you've had some of the young guys come in. I remember when Jalen Green was coming down to Village Christian and you guys were doing the runs. I want to know if you've got the opportunity to guard him and what was that like? But more importantly, if you were going to give him some constructive criticism on what you see in his game, because no one has a perfect overall game, what would you say is something maybe AJ could work on that you saw during that time?
When we work out, it wasn't runs. It was, one-on-one, kind of drill, skill work. But I think one of the things we were trying to work on was just, because he's got all the tools. He's explosive, he's bouncy, he's quick first step, balls on the string. Like, I think one of the things, and he mentioned it a little bit, was just playing lower, learning how to play a little lower. That was the only thing that I could really nitpick on, is being crisp with being lower to the ground. And, because at the next level, for us, we got to handle the ball so much. Defenders get craftier, defenders get smarter, they get trickier. Like, you got to face a Drew Holiday, you got to face a Chris Paul, you got to face a Marcus Smart, like the shorter guards, the smaller guards, and you got to learn how to play in crowds when you're at their advantage. So how do you make it towards your advantage? And so that was really what I was trying to, really pull out in these workouts was, just playing a little bit, lower to the ground and being effective with your dribbles. And at the same time, using your body, like use that big frame to kind of take up space and own your space. So that was just, I would say, the only areas to critique. But everything else, man, he got it. Sky's the limit for AJ. He know that.
So you guys did run some ones.
Nah, we didn't play no ones.
Okay.
We should have, but we didn't.
We should have.
I had games, so
yeah, they was there for Peach Jam. So I'm not gonna wear the young guys out, man. Wear the little homies out.
See, this is what I was hoping.
They got all the energy. They would have wore y'all out. Oh.
Facts. I would have been gassed the next day.
That's what I was saying. They try to impress y'all for sure.
So AJ, you started varsity as an 8th grader in your time in Brockton. What was the earliest memory of you kind of knowing I'm special at basketball?
Well, when I reclassed, I did 8th grade twice. So my first 8th grade year, that's when I started getting the potential buzz. AJ's potential is this and that. And then my dad was like, yo, you're not doing nothing. Potential is just what you can be. You haven't done nothing yet. And I'm in there like, bro, like, I'm having 20 points one game. He's like, and then the next game you're having 3 points. Like, you're inconsistent. Like, get on your stuff. So I said, I bet. So I reclassed, went crazy, and went to a lot of camps, worked out a lot. And I started seeing it. There was a couple flashes. And then I played varsity as a 8th grader, couple inconsistent games. Now I went to high school, then it started getting over with. It started picking up way faster than what it was supposed to be. And I just kept working out, kept watching film. And then now, people just say I can't be this, but I just try to stay in the moment. But obviously I know I have a talent. It's just about maximizing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I will say, like, I heard about you during your freshman year, and it was exactly that. Like, have you heard of this AJ kid? And I was like, nah. So I peeped game, watched some tape. And then by the sophomore year, it was like, yo, you got to see this kid, AJ. Like, you got to see him. And so, yeah, that's when I was like really invested on like, all right, well, we got to connect. Like, get me in touch with this kid. And I think I saw you.
So that was right when Drew League happened.
Okay.
Right before sophomore year, because I ended up reclassing back up and skipping my sophomore year. So I just did my junior year.
Okay.
So that's
I think the first time I saw you was what was that? That was in Dallas.
Yep.
Right? I think I was talking with
you were talking with Jamari Phillips.
With Jamari. I was talking with Jamari. And I was like, God damn. Like, that was I've seen you and watched tape on you, but I was like, damn, this kid is. I think that was your sophomore or freshman year.
Yeah, that was my freshman year.
That was your sophomore or freshman summer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, this kid is humongous. Like, this kid he was like my height, bro. I'm like, wait, what? And so, yeah, it's, and then when I watched the tapes and I watched the film on him, I'm like, yeah, he's special. He got it. So I had to get that work in with you.
AJ, just a quick follow-up question with that. So you said that you did 8th grade twice. I know that's fun fact. I actually was held back in 8th grade.
See,
but now it's.
Did you get held back because of your grades?
No.
Reclassify. Are we changing the term?
I did not get held back. I reclassed.
Let's fix that.
Okay.
You say,
there we go.
Held back is like, your grades is wrong. You didn't pass. I passed.
Okay.
I get good grades. I just reclassified because I wasn't ready for high school yet. If you watched me in 8th grade, I was lengthy armed. I wasn't really filled out, but then I reclassed and really started. That's when I got a strength coach, started working on my body. And then I felt like I was ready, so I reclassed.
Fair enough.
Dallas dumbass, he had
Well, speaking
of grades,
well, speaking of
dumbass got held back.
Well, speaking of reclassing, AJ, can you give us the game on your decision to reclassify into the 2025 class? What went into that whole decision making?
Well, that was the plan when I reclassed, back down. I mean, I'm of age of 2025, but this is my original class. I was like, I just wasn't ready to play with these guys yet. And then, once I grew into my body, once I got a strength coach, I was like, I'm ready to go back up.
So if you were ready to play with those guys, do you think that you wouldn't have reclassified? Because my point was, it's like a popular thing now. I think as the years have gone on in high school basketball, you got kids reclassifying, getting held back, whichever way you want to call it. And there's a big debate if it's something that actually helps them. Sometimes there's circumstances where they don't feel they're ready. Maybe it's a maturity issue. But then there's also, having that extra year and then going into high school. And then by the time you're a senior, you are the big dog. You're playing against everyone that's younger for you. I'm just curious on your debate. Do you think it's a case by case on whether someone should reclassify or not?
I think it's by the player. Because my two biggest thing is body-wise and confidence-wise. Because the reason why I was inconsistent, because I wasn't really confident in my abilities. So once I got an extra year of work, it was yeah, I'm ready. I can go hoop with anybody. Because that made hoops circuit, when I played 8th grade, I won it because I had confidence, and I was like, yeah, I can play high school.
Love that. I want to pivot a little bit to something, and feel free to talk about it if you want, if you don't understand. But we want to talk about the late, great Terrence Clarke, God rest his soul, from Massachusetts, same part of town as you. When you think back on a relationship with him, what is a moment that is super close and dear to your heart that you always cherish?
Well, me and him, we were never really close because when I started coming up, he was at Brewster, so he wasn't even in town. Okay. So he was boarding over there, and then when he came back home, he would
what's
talk
that?
to the
My
teams.
bad for interrupting. What's the age gap?
He was 3 years, I think. He might have been older. He was 2020.
Okay.
So how old is he when you graduate? You're 19.
He's about 5 years older than you.
Yeah, so 5. Yeah. But yeah, we were never really close. But I remember one time he came back with it was me, him, and Alexis Reyes. Came back, we worked out, and then we ended up playing ones. He fried me. It was bad. It was bad. I don't think I scored. But I remember that it was just this is who you look. This is who all the Boston kids look up to. Mm-hmm. And I'm in the gym with him. And I'm playing with him. I'm in 7th, 6th grade. So that was a fun time. But if it wasn't for the incident, I think he would have been a great star in the NBA. Mm-hmm. He would have done what he had to do. He was for sure a role model for Boston. Yeah.
Because I got to learn a little bit about him through Brandon Boston. I know Brandon was pretty close with him, and so he would tell me a lot about him and just what kind of kid he was. But from your perspective, how good was he from your perspective?
Everybody says we play alike. I don't see it. His mom doesn't see it. I just think it's because we play for the same program and we had the same hairstyle. And then that's really what it is. But he was not he was really the first big guards out of Boston. I'm 6'7", I'm dribbling, I'm shooting over you. So all the lengthy kids was yo, we gotta be like him. So he was special though. He would come play Brewster. We'd come watch his home games. He would just be frying, like averaging 20. So he was special for sure.
I know some of the college programs on your list aren't traditional blue bloods in basketball space, whether it's Auburn, Kansas State. When you're evaluating these programs, what attracts you to the situation that people may not think that a blue chip player like you would be attracted to?
I mean, everybody go think, yo, you should have the 4 or 5 blue bloods in there. But I mean, me and my family have pillars. Like, we need a family-orientated school. I need a coach that's not going to sugarcoat. I need the best and fastest development plan. I'm trying to be a one and done. I need a winning organization. And then I just picked the best 7 schools that I think fit that. I mean, I'm not saying the other schools didn't have it. I just think those are the best 7.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody go look at it like, oh, some team had a better record than this. I mean, I think I could play anywhere. I think my play style, I'm unselfish. I could play with anybody. So, I mean, like, it's not really going to matter because I could think I can fit in. But, I mean, like, I'm just trying to choose a school that's best for me.
Is any of these plans, are you keeping in mind of, like, I'm hitting up so-and-so, let's go play here, or let's go play there? Or is this solely based on AJ's decision and that's it?
Well, I mean, we all kids. We all talked about teaming up. Not going to sit here and be like, I didn't talk to nobody about teaming up. We all talked about teaming up. But, I mean, it's basically they have their own decision what's best for them, and I have my own decision what's best for me and my family. If it happens to come together, we go hoop. We go try to win. But, I mean, I'm basically going off of myself, though, me and my family.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I seen you at some of them college football games, and it looked like you was having the time of your life. I definitely seen that. You was at one college over there, like, they was popping at you so much, you had to take your phone out. You didn't know what to do. You was like, this what fame gonna be like?
It was
I gotta
lit,
show the homies this. He was lit. I seen him. But anyway, I got to know, since you've been, visiting all them schools, what's been the best vibe so far? Tell me, AJ.
Well, not every visit I've been on had a football game because some schools were away. So I've only been to, the video you're talking about is Kansas State. I went to a BYU football game. I went to an Alabama football game versus Georgia. And that was crazy.
I know that one had to be crazy for sure.
That's an NFL game.
Yeah. They had President
Georgia.
They had President Trump there.
Oh, did you meet
stadium
him?
was packed. No, he was in a suite.
They got Trump at the game for
Just
his
for him.
recruiting. Yeah, for his recruiting.
Crazy.
But that was a crazy vibe. I mean, I've been a fan of football. I used to play football when I was younger. But I've never been inside no crazy atmosphere like that. That was crazy.
It was at Bama?
At Bama, yeah.
Bama's like, what, 100,000, 90,000?
That's a big game too.
I want to know what it's like. I think not many people get to experience being the number 1 player in the country in their class. You get to go to some football games. Is there anything else that you could share with the audience, maybe on like what it's like to be recruited from what I would assume is every college in the country? Like, that's got to be a lot. You're young. You're probably getting letters, phone calls, and recruitment has changed, P, from back in the day when we were going into college. Like, what is that like, AJ, with every school in the world wanting you to come to their university?
Before I narrowed my list down, my dad talked to all the coaches. I had 35 offers. I did not talk to one of them.
Okay.
I had him handle that. I'm like, I'm about to go hoop, but I'm not trying to answer 35 calls respectfully. I'm not going to 35 visits. And then when it was the time to narrow it down, I talked to some coaches over his phone, and we picked the best 7. And now I have their numbers, so I can try to build a relationship with the coaches I'm most likely play for. But I mean, it's just a blessing. I mean, getting recruited by one college, like, because my parents' goal is always not to pay for college, and that was like the biggest thing for me. Like, they don't got to pay no more, like free education. Obviously, I got bigger aspirations, but I mean, that was big for them. So I mean, it's just a blessing. I just don't take it for granted. But with me, I kind of had the easier route because I didn't really talk to no coaches. It wasn't really hectic for me. I was just hoping.
Mama and them not finna pay for a damn thing ever again.
Not a damn thing. Shout out Pops, man. Shout out fathers being fathers, man.
Yeah.
Stepping up, making sure you don't got to worry about nothing, just hoops, son. I'll handle the rest.
AJ, do you carry maybe a chip on your shoulder when many of the top ranked players in your class come from NBA backgrounds with their fathers? Do you view that as like extra motivation, especially, being a first generation of your family that's going to be in the NBA and on the brink of generational success?
I wouldn't say I use it as motivation just because their father's in the league. I just want to win. I'm just trying to make it to the NBA. I'm just trying to be the best player I can be. It's not just, I'm not going at you just because you're an NBA son. I'm going at you if you're on the basketball court. That's just what it is. I mean, it's not really extra motivation. I have my own motivation built up just to make it to the NBA and go perform in the NBA. And I'm not there yet, so I got to keep going.
Love it. Love it.
I want to talk about in January, you signed your NIL deal with Nike. What was that process like?
I mean, it was big. They brought it to my attention, me and my dad, and it was like, yo, it's Nike, like, opportunity like this. You were signed. Like, my favorite players are signed to Nike, and I was like, I mean, I got to sign to Nike.
Got to be a part of that family.
Yeah.
Have you already maybe thought about maybe a signature shoe or what that would look like?
I never thought about what it would look like, but I definitely thought about having one. I know some colorways in mind already.
You thought about sending me a pair too as soon as they come out? You thought of that, right? Okay, just making sure of that.
So you already got some storytelling with colorways.
Yeah, I already got some colorways.
Okay. Damn.
Hey, he's
He had a schedule.
I have no idea what the shoe's going to look like, but I have some colorways, yeah.
Yeah, he had a schedule. I mean, when I was coming up, I definitely used to draw like Nike sneakers, bro. I used to draw like sketches of what I wanted my shoe to look like.
I can't draw. That's the thing.
Yeah. It's all here, though.
Just make it on the NBA 2K game and take a picture and tell them you want this shoe right there.
Oh, you can do that on 2K, right?
Yeah.
You don't play 2K.
But I didn't say play. I didn't say play.
What's the point of getting on the game just to make a shoe?
Because you could take the picture and send it to him. Shit, boy.
Hey, what if he was on 2K just for the 2K shoe creator mode?
Just to make the shoe, man. Anyways, with all that said, AJ, when you look ahead to the NBA, what would you say is the thing you're most excited about?
Most excited about? I'm thinking big, Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame is my only goal. Like, once you're a Hall of Famer, you're certified. Like, you're certified. So, I mean, that's my ultimate goal. I mean, I'm looking forward for it all. I'm looking forward for the first game, my last game, first All-Star, first championship, first everything. But Hall of Famer is that goal.
Hall of Fame. That's big. You want that jacket?
That jacket.
Definitely need that enshrinement. You feel like, so if it was all said and done and you entered the draft right now as a number one high schooler, do you feel like you're number one pick worthy?
Yeah, I bet on myself. Yeah.
Bet on yourself. Cooper Flagg's in there. Ace Bailey is in there. AJ Dybantsa is in there. I'm going number one.
Yeah. I always bet on yourself, bro.
Okay. I love that. That's a hell of a 1-2-3 punch though in the draft.
Crazy punch. You forgetting some guys too.
Facts. I'm just saying as far as like I think y'all all that next wing, big wings. Like I was classifying y'all as the next big wings. That draft would be insane.
Yeah.
It's amazing how the drafts are so different. I think we even discussed it last season, AJ, how after Wemby, it just wasn't really a super hyped draft class outside of that one anomaly. But to me, when I look at the draft class coming up here, that we're getting a lot more mix of guys and so forth. So it's going to be interesting how it pans out.
It is going to be interesting.
Yeah. I think this will be a strong draft this year.
Yeah, they got some guys.
It's definitely some pieces in this upcoming draft.
So AJ, before we wrap with you, last week we introduced this segment called Chat PGT. This segment of Chat PGT presented by Buffalo Wild Wings Go. Order for takeout and delivery today. And in this segment, we're going to quiz you and PG on your respective careers and see who gets the correct answer. You or Chat GPT. So the first question, AJ, I want you to finish this sentence for me. AJ is the best high school prospect since...
That's tough. Because you had last year Coop, Dylan, Ace. And then years before that, you had Paulo, Edwards, Tatum.
Hey,
Zion.
Count on yourself. Let's hear it.
I love it.
But I'm going to go by the year and just say Coop.
Okay.
Just go by the year.
Fair enough.
Because I'm going to forget somebody. I'm gonna forget somebody if I keep going back.
That was going to be my answer. Like, I think you can't minimize how good Cooper Flagg was last season,
Yeah.
his senior year, and his rise, and the level he was playing at in high school. I think you like he's a mega young star going to Duke. Like, he had a phenomenal high school career. So I was going to say Cooper Flagg as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Chat GPT answer. AJ is often regarded as the best high school prospect since LeBron James or Kevin Durant in terms of his combination of size, skill, and potential. He's drawing comparisons to some of the top prospects from past decades because of his dominant performance, high basketball IQ, and the way he effortlessly stands out against elite competition. Come on.
Okay.
Cool. I think you got a little more.
Graded on that scale.
I think it's not updated. I think it's not updated.
It's not updated.
Different, boy.
We graded it on that scale, and there you have it.
He different.
Okay. The next question is, who is AJ's NBA player comp? AJ, you're up first.
I think. Well, I get a lot of PG and T-Mac, but we'll see what it says. AI says.
Okay. P, who you got?
I like the T-Mac comparison. I like the T-Mac comparison as far as the explosiveness, the bouncy, the lanky, because he is great offensively, and people don't talk enough about T-Mac's defensive side with his length and his IQ. He was underrated as a defender as well, and AJ has the chance to do both at a high level.
Yeah,
so I like the comparison. I like the comparison right there.
The answer that ChatGPT gave was Kevin Durant. AJ, like Durant,
you know
is
what?
tall.
I don't see it. And that's
Have you gotten this comparison before?
Yeah, I've gotten a comparison before. I think it's just because I'm taller than everybody and I just shit over people, but I don't see it.
They had an other options category, and in there was Jason Tatum, Paul George, and Brandon Ingram for what it's worth.
And that's my top 5 right there. That's crazy.
That is crazy. That is crazy. I can see a little BI.
Yeah.
I can see a little BI in your game. BI plays at his own pace.
I seen this.
I can see that.
A little bit like BI.
All right, AJ, this question is only for you. What V's song would describe AJ?
My son V's. He got some unreleased stuff. I got.
Ooh.
He got some unreleased stuff.
Little flex. Love it.
I'll say Free Shiest.
Chat GPT's answer a V song that could
They're
describe
going to choose
AJ
a mainstream song. They're going to choose like Not a Drill.
GOMD. I could be saying that incorrectly because it carries a vibe of effortless confidence and ambition. Just like AJ's game, the track showcases V's ability to glide over the beat, much like AJ's smooth style of play on the court.
That's fair enough.
Does it work for you?
That works.
Okay.
That made the playlist.
Okay.
That made the playlist.
I don't think I heard that song.
Either have I. That's why I was like, I'll have to.
Where V's from?
Michigan, Detroit, right?
Okay.
Gotta support then. Wow.
Now, AJ, we like to do things a little different here on our show, man. And with all the new up and coming stars, we like to close out the conversation with them asking their own question to the one and only PG over there. And, whether if it's Juju Watkins, Tyrese Maxey, Chet Holmgren, you name it, and they all put PG on the spot. So with that said, my man, I want you to just ask this man whatever you want. Don't be afraid. You can ask him how much money he got in his pocket right now.
I got something written down.
Go ahead and you got the last question of the show, my man.
He coming with the writtens.
Okay.
What you wish you could tell somebody around my age to help you evolve, even as a better player in the league, what it was today versus then what it was back then?
That's a great question.
Love it. Good question, AJ.
When you think of the evolution of where the game is going, because you got to understand, when I came into the league, the NBA was 2 bigs. You had a power forward who was a 7-footer or 6'10", and he was 250, 260, solid postman. And then you had a brute big man as a center. And so I think where guys have been high prospects or guys have been really good, they've been stuck in these eras and haven't figured out how to continue to transcend with the game, right? They get stuck in this phase and they can't follow where the game is trending. I think the advice is just being open, always adding new stuff to your game, always try to make yourself uncomfortable, whether it's in workouts and training, like really challenge yourself. I think what was important to me is always being uncomfortable, which in retrospect, it made me comfortable in moments. So my advice to you, bro, is just follow the trend, man, and always take something every year and add it to your game, add it to your play style. Obviously, hone in on what you're great at and make that your staple, but then take in more stuff to kind of well-round yourself, because the game is going to change and it's scary. Where it's at now, it's going to be a totally different game 5 years from now, 10 years from now. The NBA is going to play a whole lot different. So just, be adaptable, be a sponge, be a student. Yeah, I think that's what I can really say my time in the NBA has. That's like, if I could tell my younger self that, it's just, don't be afraid to just, continue to follow the trend and continue to make yourself uncomfortable and just continue to keep well-rounding yourself.
It's fair. Mess with it.
Love gang.
True vet right there, man. That was great.
True.
AJ, I know you got some more questions. I think we got to give him one more.
I got one more.
I did. Come on. This is you.
Come on.
Ask more.
Keep it firing.
So what kept you motivated, since we're talking about motivation?
Mm-hmm.
What kept you motivated after your injury, and what did you learn from the situation?
Yeah, what kept me motivated was like everyone ruling me out. Like after snapping my leg and people saying like, oh, he won't be the same. He, I had a bar that I set for myself before the injury happened. I felt like I was trending and being on that next cusp of like NBA greats. Like I felt like I was on the rise. And the injury happened. And then everyone counted me out. Everybody ruled me out. He'll never be the same. He won't play the same. This injury was, everybody was devastated, but they was like, man, this injury ended him, ruined his career. And so that was motivation for me, as can I get back to what I was, or can I be better than what I was? And what would that look like? And I wanted to be the success story. I wanted to have that conversation with people that are in the same situation and be like, bro, you can persevere through it. You know what I mean? It's hard work. It's going to challenge you, but you can persevere through it. And that was kind of just my motivation to kind of rise back and get back to where I was at. And was I ever the same? Hell no. But I felt I was as close as I possibly could, given the work that I put into my craft. And so for a lot of ways, I did get better because the game slowed down for me, and it was a lot more skill instead of just natural God-given abilities. Now I had to actually think the game through. So in a lot of ways, I did get better, but from an athletic standpoint, yeah, I definitely lost a little step from that injury.
You got one more, AJ?
That's all I got.
Okay.
Well, there you have it. Hey, man, we just want to know, where can we keep up with you throughout the year? Let the people know where you playing at.
I'm playing at Utah Prep. Utah Prep in Hurricane, Utah. And you can catch me all over the country. I'm gonna play national schedule.
Okay. Yeah. So there you have it. Sure you'll be on some ESPN games.
Hello, AJ.
And hopefully we'll know soon about the college decision. We'll all be in tune on that.
Yeah, soon.
Sadly,
Fresno didn't. Sadly, Fresno State didn't.
Damn, Fresno didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
They didn't reach out, so I couldn't.
Well, if you need a platform to announce it, we're always here. We just
Jackie, where'd you go to college?
Man, Pasadena City College, man, for about a month. I went for about a month, got right into acting. You did, acted straight a fool, man. Come on.
Actor University.
Actor University, actor gang.
Hey, little bro, we don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you got a busy schedule. You probably knowing you got another workout to attend to.
No, I'm resting. That's actually what I learned too from working out with the pros. Rest is important. I don't overwork myself.
Resting is as much as you getting your work in, resting is right up there with it. Take care of your body.
About to hop in that hot tub.
There you go. Hey, man, we'll let you get to it. This was an awesome episode, bro. We appreciate you stopping through, joining Podcast P.
See you, AJ, and can't wait to see you play in person, man.
We'll be locked
Appreciate y'all.
Prize Picks is the best place to get the real money sports action. With over 5 million members across the country, it's the most fun and exciting way to get in on the action while you watch your favorite sports and players.
You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. So sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed.
Whether you think CeeDee Lamb will continue to get more targets or Derrick Henry rushing totals will be a little light this week, Prize Picks has you covered on every option, baby.
Download the app today and use code PODCASTP to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. So you can start football season by downloading the app today and using our code PODCASTP to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.